Welcome to the show. My guest today is Eamon Jackson from County Cavan, and here is the conversation I had with him. Eamon, you're very welcome to the programme. Good to have you with us. Now, you've had a great year or more on the road with your band. And,
that's right, Michael. We're on the road this last year, and it's going very, very well for us, and we're getting great crowds and great response from our shows, you know.
That's excellent. Now, I'm going to take you right back. Would you like to tell me about your musical background and your early musical influences?
Well, I suppose from a very young age, from I was a toddler, I was always listening to country music, like, you know, and I used to be always listening to the likes of George Jones, Kenny Rogers, and Don Williams, and I used to be a big fan of Joe Dolan's, all that kind of stuff,
right,
you know.
From the show band era.
yeah, definitely. So I went on ahead then, and I put a show on the road called The Midnight Cowboy, and I done it for many a year. And
this was a one-man show.
A one-man show, yeah, solo. So it went very, very well for me. I built up a big fan base all over, let's say, Cavan, Monaghan, and all over kind of Ireland too, you know. But I was doing more so local work, you know. But I done a lot of big clubs and weddings and all that kind of stuff, even with the one-man show, you know. So it done very, very well for me, and people liked what I done, and I said to myself, now's my chance to take the bull by the horns and perform a band. So I went out and I put a band on the road then, and here I am here today.
Yeah. So how many years were you as the one-man show?
As a one-man show, I'm singing this last 18 years, but probably for the one-man show, I was at it this last 8 years.
Right.
You know, so it went very, very well for me.
So were you being encouraged by your fans, your followers, to go on the road with a bigger band, or was it something that evolved and you thought the time has come for a bigger band, a bigger stage?
Yeah, well, probably encouragement from my fans probably was they didn't want to see me leaving the pub scene because when you go to the dance scene, you're only around maybe once a month or once every 2 months back in the local region, you know. So they probably didn't want to see me going on, but look, they were supporting me to the backbone, you know. But I got great courage, like, you know, to go on the road with the band, because it was always a dream for me to put my own band together, and I always wanted to get up there with the big band scene, as they call it. So it was a dream come true for me.
Yes, you started doing the bigger venues again throughout Ireland.
Yeah, we're doing the big venues there, like, you know, and we're getting great crowds. And okay, you could go to a venue if you're not that well known. When you come back the following time, you can see the crowds increase. You know, they're getting bigger. You know, but it just takes a wee bit of time, you know, to build up the fan base and get known.
Yeah, and do you find that a certain number of the fans are turning up at different venues? Are you building that sort of following?
Yeah. Look at we done gigs, like, you know, and the next night you can see the same faces back at you again, like, you know. So when you get a follower like that, a fan base like that, it's great, and it gives you a great buzz to know that they're just there for yourself and the band, like, you know.
So you feel we're getting this right.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Of course, you have a slogan that I've seen on some of your advertising. We're going to Jackson.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we actually do a little part in our show that the Eamon Jackson Country Band, you know. So it goes down very, very well, and we actually get the audience involved too, to get them singing along. Get the name stuck on their head.
Yeah. So just tell us about your stage show, a typical night.
Look at our show was pretty lively, Michael, and we keep up the upbeat jive, you know, and it's pretty lively, and then we have a rock and roll set in the middle of it, and we have a few old like the old George Jones songs. We're just after adding one of them to the program there recently. He Stopped Loving Her Today, you know. It's just a great number. You get a great applaud for it, you know. So we enjoy it. We enjoy our night, you know. Every night we go out, and everybody seems to enjoy it at the door after, when we're back at the merchandise, like, you know, and they're telling you you're pretty good, or you get your whole response there, you know. So Yeah, we
That's
have a
good
good
yardstick,
lively
yeah.
show, you know.
Let's talk about your recording to date. Your first single with the band was...
Yeah, the first single that I put out that I was recognised, first of all, was The Girl I Love Now Lives in Birmingham, which was wrote by Henry McMahon, a great songwriter.
For Big Tom?
For Big Tom, yeah. Big Tom actually recorded that about 22 years ago or 23 years ago, but he never brought it out as a single. So
That's right.
Henry says, there's a song for you should bring it out as a single and see how it goes for you. So I recorded that, and after I had it recorded, I actually went over and give Big Tom a copy of him to let him listen to it. So yeah, Tom loved it.
Yeah.
You know, but because at the start when he told me, like, you know, he says when he recorded it, he says it's a song that he never liked, you know. But then when he heard my version of it, he liked it. I'm not saying that it was any better or whatever, but just probably a wee bit faster or different.
I suppose very often it's all about, if you like, your interpretation of the song and your arrangement of it, the musical
well, this
arrangement.
is it. Like, you know, everybody puts their own stamp on a
They
song,
do, yeah.
you know. So it's more or less probably a top song for me now at the minute too. Like, you know, everybody recognises you for The Girl I Love, like, you know, and they'll say, oftentimes we have to do it twice in the show, or maybe 3 times in the show a night, you know. So,
but it was a great number to get you off the ground, wasn't it?
yeah, definitely. Sure, it was a great opener. You know, you couldn't ask for any better, and you couldn't ask for any better than Henry McMahon for a songwriter.
That's right.
You know,
yes,
he's the king of them.
And of course, subsequent to that, you brought out an album, the Jivers album.
I brought out an album, yeah, Jivers album. I actually had it kind of recorded before I brought the band on the road, and I said, sure, now would be time to launch this album. So I launched the band and the album together, and it was all it's a jive. That's the title of the album, Jivers, because it was all jives. And I said, this is a good album for the younger folks too, because they were all so much coming into the jiving at that time, you know. So yeah, it went very, very well for me, and there's a lot of covers on it, you know. But The Girl I Love was on the number one track on it. So
of course, as you say, there were a lot of you covered a few well-known numbers there in the album.
Oh, yeah, definitely so. Yeah.
But again, you put your own arrangement on them.
Put my own arrangement, put my own stamp again on them, you know. So then I came along then, and I done another single. Then was Day Job.
Day Job, yeah.
Yeah, and I done a video for it too. And then I came along and done a Gord Bamford song, American fella, was Thriller Hitch.
Yeah.
It went very, very well for me too, you know.
That was, I mean, I always say every song tells a story, and that...
Of course, yeah, well, you never seen a hearse with a Thriller Hitch.
Yeah, that's it. I thought it was a great theme for a song, and well, that caught on for you, didn't it?
It did, yeah, and it's, even a lot of young people love that song, because, you know, after the shows there, when we do it in the shows, and they'd be saying, oh God, I love that Thriller Hitch, you know, it's a very catchy tune, you know.
Yeah.
But, and it probably is, if you listen to it, like, you know, it's a very true saying. I've never seen a hearse with a Thriller Hitch. You can't take it with you when you go. So, yeah.
And a few months ago, of course, you released your version of one of the great Don Williams classics.
That's right. Yeah, sure. Don Williams is fantastic. You know, and it's an old classic song, and I recorded that back some time ago, and
Gypsy Woman.
I put Gypsy Woman. And I put a kind of my own stamp to it too, you know. I speeded it up a wee bit and a few different arrangements in it, and it went down very, very well, and a lot of the radio stations are still playing it up to date.
Quite different from Don Williams' sort of laid-back style, and you put your own jive and beat to it. It's very effective.
That's right, yeah. But sure, that's what I like. I like the wee bit upbeat, more type music, you know, and that's probably what we're known for now too, you know. So. Yeah, it was a great song too, like, you know, and I used to, from a very young age, when a young boy, I used to be always listening to like Don Williams, you know, he's great, like, you know. I used to make the hair stand on your back, you know.
Let's have a look at one of your videos now. Would you like to tell us a little bit about it?
I suppose it's going to have to be the Don Williams one, my version of Gypsy Woman.
Silver coins that jingle jangle, fancy shoes that dance in time. Oh, the secrets of her dark eyes, let it sing a gypsy rhyme. yellow clover and tingle blossoms in a meadow silky green, where she held me to her bosom, just a boy of 17. I recall a gypsy woman, silver spangles in her eyes, ivory skin against the moonlight, and the taste of life's sweet wine. Soft breezes blow from fragrant meadows, stir the darkness in my mind. Oh, gentle woman, you sleep beside me, a little note who haunts my mind. Gypsy lady, I hear you laughing, and a dance is in my head, while my tender wife and babies slumber softly in their beds. I recall a gypsy woman.
Welcome back, and I hope that you're enjoying the show. Now, before I talk further to Eamon, let's have a look at the video of the first single that he released with his band. The Girl I Love Now Lives in Birmingham.
The girl I love now lives in Birmingham. She promised me I'd be her loving man. She left me for another, but God knows I still love her. The girl I love now lives in Birmingham. When I was just a boy of 17, she came into my life just like a dream. I told her my love for her was through, but then she left me all alone and blue. She was my very first and only love. I worshipped her just like the stars above. They say that true love never ever dies, but I keep searching for the reason why. Now the girl I love now lives in Birmingham. She promised me I'd be her loving man. She left me for another, but God knows I still love her. The girl I love now lives in Birmingham. I'll never forget the day she said goodbye. I just stood there with tears in both my eyes. I really tried to take it like a man when she told me she was going to Birmingham. But that was many, many years ago. Why she left me all alone, I'll never know. If I could only do it all again, I'd never let her go to Birmingham. Now the girl I love now lives in Birmingham. She promised me I'd be her loving man. She left me for another, but God knows I still love her.
Well, a few months ago, Eamon, you celebrated the first year on the road with the band, and did the time fly?
That's right, yeah. Look, at the year doesn't be long going around, but we celebrated in the Hotel Kilmore the first year on the road celebrations and country club.
That's in Cavan Town.
In Cavan Town, yeah. And God, it was a massive, massive night. There was a great buzz and the crowds of people there. Like, it was great.
You must have felt very.
It was great. It was great
yeah.
coming out on stage to know that the place was just actually packed, you know, for you.
And they were coming to see you.
And they were coming to see ourselves, myself and the band, like, you know. But
Yes.
it was a great. It gives you great encouragement, like, you know, to go on when you have a crowd like that in front of you, you know. And it gives me a great buzz too, you know. I thrive on that.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
And of course, it's not just about putting a band together with musicians. You've got to have the other guys as well who look after the sound and the lighting and the roadies. So
definitely
you have
so.
to put quite a team together, don't you?
Definitely so. Like, you know, there's 10 of a crew of us there now at the minute, like, you know, and it's a lot of mouths to feed. And but it takes it all, like, you know. And at the start, you have teething trouble, like, you know. But we have a few new changes in the band and that kind of stuff now, and we have a great band there and a great sound and a good lighting rig there.
It settles down into what you want musically.
Yeah, it just takes a wee bit of time, you know.
Yes. And of course, not long after that, you received an award. Would you like to tell us about the award?
That's right, I received an award for the Sunday World Awards for the Best Newcomer Band. So
was that a surprise, a shock?
that was a bit of a shock for me, all right, because I wasn't expecting that at all. But it's a great honour to get it, and I'm privileged, like, you know, and I think I have another award coming up later on now too. So
well done.
I'm not giving it away as yet. Yeah, it was great.
Great.
It was great. It was powerful.
Yeah. Okay, now things are going very well for you at the moment, and what's next for Eamon Jackson? What are your aspirations?
Well, I suppose.
What do you see the future holding for you?
I'm going to keep touring around Ireland, Michael, and look, we're getting back to all the venues, and we're building crowds every night. We go back. The crowds are getting bigger, like, you know, and it's great in a way because it gives you great encouragement, you know, and it keeps the thing together and it keeps everybody happy, like, you know. As I say, there's nearly 10 of a crew of us, like, you know, so you have to be getting middling crowds too, you know. But yeah, probably conquer Ireland here first of all, and maybe work our way into the UK then, and maybe
Scotland and England.
Work further afield after that, maybe.
And your scene at the moment is the dancing scene. Do you see yourself getting into the concert type venues?
Yeah, well, probably later on.
With a concert show, is that something?
We will be doing concerts, yeah. Like the concerts are kind of a wee bit more laid back than the dance scene, like, you know. Everything's kind of just took down a wee bit, you know. But I love the dances because it gives you a great boost when you're on stage. When it's
the buzz.
It's a great buzz, like, you know. It's great to be looking out on front of dancers, like, you know, on the floor packed, like, you know. But yeah, we'll be looking forward to doing some concerts now too. You know?
Yeah. Well, Eamon, I'm delighted that you could join us on the programme today. It's been a great pleasure talking to you, and thanks for taking the time to come and see us.
Thanks very much, Michael, and thanks for having me on your show here today, and it's always a great pleasure to talk to you.
You're very welcome.
So, thanks very much, Michael. Fox.
Thanks, Eamon.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks very much to Eamon for joining me on the show today. Now, my guest on the show next week will be Camillus Egerton from Mullingar, and I hope that you can join me for that. Now, to play us out today, here is a video from Mary Duff from County Meath, and this is called Mr. Noble.
Got a letter from my mom and dad with all the news from home. It really didn't have that much to say, but in the letter was a clipping from the town's obituary, and I read where Mr. Noble passed away. His name was misspelt, no next of kin was mentioned. It hurt to think he passed away alone. Across the room I saw the box he'd made for me when I was little. It took me back to the sweetest times I'd ever known. As I walked home from school, I'd stop by his place each day while he handmade wooden boxes a little something to keep those memories in. It holds each and every friendship you find along life's way. Pray your box isn't empty when it comes your final day. I picked up the box and thought of all the things he taught me. I thought about his grave without a stone. So I packed my bags and called my folks and caught a plane that evening. I swear I heard his voice the whole way home. There's the love for your family, the love for your friends. So here's a little something to keep those memories in. It holds each and every friendship you find along life's way. Pray your box isn't empty when it comes your final day. The next day at the churchyard, I couldn't believe the people. They couldn't even fit them all inside. So with my box in hand, I walked on in, and that's when it hit me that everyone had a box that looked like mine. Standing by the graveside, it chilled me to the bone.